The Fantastic Four: First Steps is the 37th theatrical release in Marvel Studios' billion-dollar franchise, and it's coming at a bit of a low point. Ever since Marvel's first post-Endgame release in 2021, WandaVision, the franchise has been exploring its second overarching storyline, termed the multiverse saga. But unlike its predecessor, this saga has been an unfocused and often messy overarching narrative that pivoted from one villain to another more than halfway through. The Fantastic Four: First Steps has quite a lot working against it from the jump. Even as someone who's loved the MCU since Iron Man first released in theaters 17 years ago and was a superhero movie fan before that, I found myself going into Marvel's Fantastic Four reboot with quite a bit of pessimism, not expecting to enjoy the film very much. However, I'm happy to report that the Fantastic Four: First Steps is a lot more fun than I was expecting, with great dynamics between the characters and plenty of banter that kept me laughing throughout the film. The central family in First Steps is well developed, while each character has moments to shine, individually and as part of the group. The movie, directed by WandaVision's Matt Shakman, has a rather simplistic storyline, but it's a solid piece of superhero cinema that focuses on establishing the characters, giving them an impossible problem to solve, and then exploring what they do to save the world. It's simple, but it's fun, even if it lacks some of the Marvel magic. First Steps is set in a completely new universe within the Marvel multiverse. That means there are no pre-established superheroes aside from the Fantastic Four themselves, and there's no prior knowledge required. It's a relief, frankly, to go into a Marvel movie without needing to remember anything else, but there are certain pitfalls. Although the Fantastic Four: First Steps isn't an origin story, since that's been done to death in previous adaptations of the Marvel superheroes, the movie still needs to introduce the universe and these characters. This is done through time skips and montages, which offer a chance for some fun Marvel Comics Easter eggs, but eat into the runtime of the movie. The scenes spent establishing the universe are likely why the story needed to be so simple, though that's not necessarily a bad thing. Superhero movies don't need to be overly intricate to be enjoyable, and First Steps manages to be perfectly entertaining without too much overcomplication. I don't think First Steps would work nearly as well as it does without the cast at the heart of it. Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby anchor Marvel's first family as Reed Richards and Sue Storm, but Eben Moss-Backrack and Joseph Quinn as Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm are just as integral to the enjoyable dynamic of the group. The Fantastic Four: First Steps is entertaining, and I have no doubt that Marvel fans will enjoy it. Even general audiences who have fallen off the MCU are sure to have a fun-filled good time with this summer blockbuster. But although Pascal, Kirby, Moss-Backrack, and Quinn are all confirmed to appear in next year's Avengers Doomsday, it still doesn't feel like essential viewing. In the meantime, I'll be hoping to see that Marvel magic again in one of the MCU's other upcoming projects.